Today I'm playing some ranked PvP, mainly with pure fire. So let's start getting into the queue and wait for some opponents. I may do some adjustments to my deck during the stream, and maybe I will switch to something else dependent on how many matches I do get to play. And yeah, let's just wait in the queue for the first opponents. I hope everything is working well with the stream regarding sound and everything, but I think it should work. At least it worked during the last stream, and it didn't change anything in the settings, so yeah. So I think there are some rather stronger players right now in the Forge, or at least in PvP. I don't know. Hyper is playing Sparring Ground right now. Some guys are in the ranked queue. Let's see. Seems like iTech's probably not searching, otherwise... Oh no, I think one tick and I would be able to find them. Yeah, oh, at least two ticks, I think. But okay, that's fine. So it seems like High-Tech lost to Top Secret, as the elo difference between those players pretty much spiked by a lot, and High-Tech got another loss in here. Interesting to see that. Top Secret seems to claim that number 2 spot for now. Apart from that, not a lot changed, I think. With Hyper on Legend again. Yeah, basically some people sort of improved a little in their ranking. Interesting. It will probably take like 4 or 5 minutes up until I get the first opponent of this evening. But yeah. Okay, I will make sure that I can also watch the stream chat right now, so if anyone's here and says something, I can read it right now. Perfect. Hope I didn't miss anything yet. Well, that's the classic queue problem with ranked PvP. So 146,000 elo, which is like still just includes the top 3. So if like Top Secret or High-Tech is searching, I would find them right now, but for everyone else it will take a little more. So for now I've got like some deck ideas that I want to sort of test maybe during the stream. Depends on how many opponents I get to find. If I get to find opponents on a consistent base, I will try some stuff out. Hey Despo, how are you doing? Did you see Maron is also back? Yeah, Maron V is also playing. I think he started playing a while ago. Like I played a couple of games against him a couple of months ago, but yeah, I'm not sure. Did he play? I don't think he played too many ranked games. I think he like 10 or 15 games, and then he stopped playing again, so he probably shouldn't be in the ladder. I mean, I can just search him. I think it was like, yeah, he's like Conqueror. So he didn't play a lot of ranked PvP. He used to sit like in the sparring grounds when he was like when it was like slightly before ranked PvP got released. Any chance you play Stonekin today? Maybe I can play a little Stonekin later on. I thought like for today it will be mostly pure fire for the start of the stream. If I get to play matches on a more consistent base, I may try to switch to something like Stonekin maybe, or I don't know. Depends on what people want to see. Maybe you can play something else. I don't know. Maybe not Bandits, because that deck is terrible against some of the meta matchups. Like the Shadow Frost matchup is so bad for Bandits, so I don't like to play it a lot because it's just not fun. But well, maybe I can play some Stonekin later on. But for now, I'm still waiting for an opponent. Oh, I've got a match. Okay, let's see. It's against Shadow Tier 1, so I need to be a little respectful regarding early power wells, otherwise he may spam a lot of Forsaken against me. Otherwise, if he goes for a power well, I will definitely say yes. But he's not doing anything for now. So let's just chill a little bit. Yeah, he's going for the Forsaken, which is a very wise choice, because Pure Fire pretty much outscales every Shadow Splash. Like, I think if you play Pure Shadow you can take that well, but with Shadow Frost you don't want it, with Shadow Nature you don't want it, and with Bandits you don't want that power well either, because that would pretty much give you more power into the pool early on, and yeah, Pure Fire really benefits from that, which is I think a pretty common thing. So let's check. He's playing for Forsaken, so he has power for Nasty Surprise right now, so it'll pull out for now. Yeah, that was a little expected, but yeah, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. I lost like two units, but it's not really a big deal because I can clear up. That was 110 for 110, and this was an effective eruption over here. Right now I'll just wait for him to walk in here, and yeah, that's clean. That's perfect. So let's send these Sunstriders to pressure a little bit, and I will take a power wall on the left side here. Okay, he's trying to continue fighting, which is okay. I really got a big advantage. So he probably respawns with a power wall by himself, otherwise he may get a little disadvantage. He's trying... no, he's not trying to get the wall. That would surprise me a little. So let's pull that out here and kill the Dread Charger. That's perfect. I will try to get out with these guys as well. Need to regenerate them. And yeah, now we picked up that power wall, but I'm in a very good spot. And I can take a second one for now. And if he takes, well, he should have like 0 power left, so I can attack with 4 units against 2. Okay, this is a Nox Trooper. Not sure if I get out. No, I don't. Good spawn of the Nox Trooper. This one is dead. Forsaken are frenzied though, so I can retreat a little to reduce their potential of doing anything. Dread Charger coming in. I need to be a little bit more careful with Scavengers now. The Nox Trooper is available, but I'm 1 power well up, so I don't have to play anything too aggressively. Right now I can push it because the Dread Charger is on the side, probably looking for a power well or a Nasty Surprise flank. It would be powerful because I cannot damage it due to the corpses it soaked up. But for now I'm fine. Let's see if he goes for that play. If he picks up a power wall, I will definitely immediately start attacking. Yeah, he does. So let's try a split attack with the Sundra over here. And another Sundra over here. I'm gonna push in. I will pull out with one of the Sunstriders for now. There's a Nox Troop and a Dread Shadow, so it uses equal power on this side. And a nasty surprise being played. That is fine for me because that thing was damaged, was like soaked up with corpses, and right now the Sundra gets to reach that well. And I think we're gonna kill that. The Forsaken are frenzied, so this completely removes the idea of counter-attacking. Yeah, now we're ahead in this position. Brilliant. Gonna play two Sunstriders first of all. I don't want him to take the wall over here. And yeah, apart from that, we really need some DPS on the ground moving forward. So we have wall presence over here. We need to spawn something here to do the same for now. I really want to deflect that side and then focus on getting pressure on the other side as well. It's a little easier to defend this side, so it pretty much spawned a little later because simply the units were earlier on the left side, and in addition to that, the monument can help me here defending for now. Need to respawn here. That's a little unfortunate for me because now I have to fight this Frenzy Forsaken. If my units die, it will end up in a pretty bad situation, but that's fine for now. We're sitting on 4 power walls for a good amount of time, which is good. There's a tier 2 coming. We're gonna respond with tier 2 by ourselves. I think the timing from him is fine because I have three units on the ground and he's sitting at like 1, so I have more bound power into tier 1, and he can pretty much freely use his power in his tier 2 units that are simply more cost efficient. But that is perfect. Okay, I've got to force another Nox Trooper. Just need to make sure that it's not getting off the overload into my Scavenger. And now this disadvantage of him is almost gone. And so we have Dark Elf Assassins. The only thing that I really need to watch out is Skyfire Drake Life Weaving, because that is a very, very strong combo against Pure Fire. Everything else should be pretty easy to deal with. I'm gonna go for that. Yeah, Lava Field, that's fine to remove the tier 1 stuff. I need to get out with the Skyfire. I gotta... Yeah, I want to save that. It looks a little bad for me, but it's completely fine getting rid of that. Bring in Enforcer now to zone off these guys. And yeah, now my Skyfire Drake is regenerated, and now we can attack. We have a good tempo lead, so we can use the Fire Dancer as well to make pressure onto the power wall. We need to make sure the Nightcrawler is getting removed in the first place, and now I want to bring that Skyfire in a safe spot. Yeah, let's see if that works well. Skyfire is safe. That was really close. It was a little bit bad from me, but yeah, I'm gonna pick up another. Oh wow, that was a little greedy, picking up that Skyfire Drake without protection, but the power wall is gone because I simply do have more power. I kicked that power wall so early on, and Bandits has no crowd control, so there's not a lot he can do right now. We're ahead by 2 power walls, so now there is this dangerous combo of Skyfire Drake, Life Weaving. I really need to make sure, if he's going for the Life Weaving, I need to make sure that I disenchant. Yeah, I really need to make sure that I don't get baited into the eruption, because that is what Bandits wants. He wants pretty much that I erupt into that, and then there's a Life Weaved Skyfire Drake that is still uneruptable for me. And the disenchant pretty much removes this big problem. Well, then Forces should charge. Oh, that is an interesting one. There was a warrior's death. Yeah, let's remove that one. We can disenchant that. So for a Pure Fire, it's not a big problem. think Warrior's Death is a very, very situational card and rarely useful. Right now we have such a strong power lead that we can use the... I will just retreat. This is not effective. We can use the Rallying Banner after this one runs out and then just brute force our way into his base. Okay. Okay, that nasty was not bad. I'll give him that, but right now I can start spamming enforcers, which is a pretty stupid way of playing this, but you know, I do have a lot of power, so I can just go for it. Maybe I want to bring out the enforcers on the other side so I'm not getting caught by a big nasty surprise. Yeah, that is what I meant here. The orb drops and that's the end of the game. Well. Okay, that worked. Hey Radical, how is it going? Everything's going well here right now. won my first ranked game of the evening, and I'm getting back into the queue again. And I hope that X Hightech is searching, because this would mean that I don't have to search for like 20 minutes. What are those HP bars? Which ones do you mean exactly? I'm not sure. That was pretty clean. Yeah, it ended up being pretty clean because I had like that big power lead from tier 1. So I had simply much more power than my opponent. The red bars looked like they were at 1 HP all the time. Oh really? Didn't pay attention to that. Maybe it's, I'm not sure, because of the stream or something. I don't know. I need to watch it in the next game. No promo Jagger. Well, I don't have a promo Jagger yet. I think it's pretty expensive. Let's take a look at the market. There isn't even a promo Juggernaut, so no way to get one. And I think with my 60 Battleforge points, it's even more difficult. So there's a link where, okay, check. I'm not sure. For me, these health bars are looking quite fine. I don't know. That looks pretty normal for me. But maybe I'm just not getting the point here. So we're at 146,000 searching range, which means X Hightech is not searching. Shame on you. So a lot of people are playing sparing games right now, I think. Interesting. But we do have two PvP pages, so I may get some games to play. So let's just wait a little bit. 146,000 searching range again. Do you think Pure Fire is viable without tier 3? Like Stonkin, for example, they can play heavy tier 2. Yes, Stonkin definitely can go for the heavy tier 2. It's not that you want to go for that, but you sort of are sometimes forced if you want to play your entire tier 2 with Stonkin, because usually there are a lot of cards. I think Stonkin has like 30 or maybe even 35 viable PvP cards that you can use, and a lot of them are in tier 2. So pretty much sacrificing your tier 3 for tier 2 is definitely worth it, because you have a lot of different cards that you can use in Stonkin, and pretty much create a force that may be able to overwhelm some certain tier 3s. But in Pure Fire, I don't think it's very useful, because first of all, I think the Juggernaut is insanely strong. Like, it really can win games on its own. And in addition to that, Pure Fire has very powerful cards, but there are not many of them. If you like look at the other cards that Pure Fire has, like the Warlock or something, or Firestalker, they are incredibly weak. So there's no really good card that you could add into Pure Fire, which would pretty much leave the tier 2 at, let's say, equal strength. You could add cards like Global Warming or something to pretty much emphasize something onto the Pure Frost matchup, so you have a counter for Area Ice Shield or something. But I still think you would be at a downside at that matchup if you want to play it out on the tier 2 stage. So yeah, because usually with Pure Fire you have like Fire Dancer, Enforcer, Wildfire. These are the core cards of this deck that are making the tier 2 very, very strong. But there's nothing else that really would give you any benefit of adding more tier 2 cards over having this super strong tier 3 with the Juggernaut. Not a PvP player myself, but do games really go to tier 3? From a few PvP streams I've watched, they usually end on tier 2. I think that really depends on some components. First of all, I think if there's a big skill difference between players, the games will end in like tier 1 or tier 2, because they end up being pretty snowbally, and therefore usually a lot of games tend to end earlier on. While I think if you have like two experienced players playing against each other, they will do less mistakes that allow that big snowballing, so the games will go to later game stages and end up being in tier 3, for instance. So I think like a lot of games will go to tier 3 once you reach that level, because usually I think you will fight in tier 2 and sometimes a player gets an advantage, but that advantage is usually not big enough to make the final push onto the enemy. So you usually want to go to tier 3 to finish them off. Or some games really, if you like play Shadow Frost against Shadow Frost, there's no way to attack efficiently in tier 2. So yeah, these games will always go to tier 3. So funny, that's the same map. Interesting. So okay, double for second again. He's trying to play tier 1. That's nice. But I think he has no choice with bandits. Like instant tier 2 is not really an option. I mean, he could try to cheese with like the Nightcrawler and the how is it called? Warrior's Death spell. Yeah, I'm playing a little passive right now because I don't want to contest in that range here. Could easily nasty surprise into me with the current power pool. 3 Forsaken on the board, so he has like the same amount of power than me, which means nasty surprise is definitely available. So I want to wait here. Maybe I could engage and erupt his Dread Charger to bait out a nasty surprise. Let's try that. There you go. If that scavenger gets out here, that is a huge lead for us. As you can see, that really worked out. Because he was like preparing a flank attack from the side, so being in a very good spot here with that. Because if he gets too close with his Forsaken, he could mass frenzy. Yeah, that's what he's doing right now. And that is pretty scary for me. Let's just retreat a little on that side, and I want to erupt here into... maybe onto these ones. And remove the other units here. He had no clear focus fire into one of my power wells, which is very beneficial for me. But yeah. We want to counterattack right now. I really want to add a Sunderer, because my power wells are very low and everything. He's definitely trying to get a big nasty surprise into the mix here. Okay, wall, that's fine. Gonna use the army to walk up over here to force the second wall. I'm gonna wall up if he's trying to cheese onto one of my power wells on the side. So this dredge. Oh god. That is a... Yeah, that was a nice nasty surprise. And the second wall. So now he has 50 bound power. I'm gonna repair my power wells. That is a big plus for me. I mean, he can pick up power wells over here. That is fine for him, but that's not changing anything regarding the current game. Okay, he's trying to get to 2. I could try to prevent that by Scorched Earth. So let's see what he does when I go for the Sunderer push here. Let's get off the Scorched Earth. So Forsaken getting frenzied. Oh, my Striders are in a very bad spot, so the nasty surprise really killed his own monument, I think. Oh, he didn't even. He should have destroyed his monument, so he would get like some of the power back into his pool. But yeah, these guys are frenzied. I can just pull back. If he goes for tier 2 again, I can simply pick up another Scorched Earth, and that would be pretty easy defense. I could pick up this power well here, not this one, because he could shoot it with a wall. Okay, he destroyed it. I'm gonna pick up this power well because I really want to keep my units in a healthy spot here, and I don't want to allow a nasty onto my Sunderer. If anything gets too critical against the heavy Forsaken spam, I could still pick up a mortar tower, but I think we're fine. We're trading 60-60, and he had like this empowered stuff onto his Dread Charger from the corpses, and right now I will remove this one, and now I will go for that squad because that will run out during the fighting time. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. We're good. And there you go. The Sunderer is very good in these micro trades because he has such a big HP pool, so I can really micro very effectively by using that thing. I'm gonna use an Eruption here because I simply do not want to use any lose any units right now, because these Frenzy Forsaken are really effective against my units. Okay, I'm like tank up something and then get back into position. I'm not sure if I need a mortar tower right now. Maybe I do, I don't know. But I still think I'm in a good spot. He's doing a good job at splitting his units over and over. But yeah, now I will give him my Sunderer because it's not effective anymore. I will pick up tier 2 by myself here. I think I still do have like some Sunstriders on the board to make sure that this will go up. And yeah, I cannot micro these ones anymore, but that's fine. We could nasty, but this is my tier 1 stuff, so I'm fine. Okay, I repaired everything over here. Let's go. Fire Dancer, pretty safe here for me. I could protect her with Enforcers and stuff. Okay, that's game. That's been nice. Whoops. I demand frost. So PPEG, you get pure fire if you want frost. I think that's what you want, right? A lot of wildfires and fire dancers. Okay, let's just... Oh, wait a second. Maybe I will cancel the queue because... Can you show Pater a good fire nature PvP? Oh, I think, yeah, okay, you can watch on the forums if you look for a decent PvP deck for fire nature. I don't know if I can show you my current. Okay, it's not online, so well, let's just go into the queue again. Maybe I can show you a fire nature deck later on. But yeah, I made this deck overview with Hero a while ago, where you can take a look at every deck, and this is also these decks that are in this deck overview are pretty basic decks, so they are not like the advanced versions with some high micro interactions or something. So like for instance, if you play Fire Nature, you could play the Vulcan with a lot of micro and CC around that, or just play the basic version with the Brannock and heal him, which is, I would say, much more effective on a lower elo base if you start with PvP and all that stuff. So I think a lot of these decks are pretty good for starters in the PvP scene. So is everyone playing 2v2? I think there were like some people looking for some PvP. Wanna come play spec versus me? Okay, we could play like a spectator as this match here. Sure. So I'm not sure if he's going to invite me here. Yeah, I do have him on his friend list, but I don't see him right now. Ah, there he is. He's already in a match. What? Join Falcon game. Okay. Sure. So we're looking at some spectator. Oh, I see. Interesting. So that's where we start for. Okay. So that's nice. We got a PvP lobby over here. So I think this may be a little bit more interesting because I don't have to go for these eternal queue times. But let's see. Haladur, I think if he's playing Shadow Tier 1, so I think I'm fine against Shadow. I think Pure Fire is fine in most matchups. The Shadow Nature matchup, I do crush that one. Shadow Frost, pretty much the same. I do have a good advantage. Pure Shadow is a little tricky because of the Harvester defense, but that's about it. And I think the Bandits matchup is also a little tricky with the Life-Weaving Skyfire Drake. If you fall behind, if you're like even or ahead, I think you're good. So, what? I just wanted to use the shortcut and not the spawn animation here. A Battleforge Fight Club without Toggy. Yeah, that's pretty much what happens here. we get a little fight club over here. So I'm picking up this early power wall because I think it's pretty safe to take. I can take my time to prepare a good defense, and yeah, he responds with a power wall by himself. So going for a double Sun Striders right now. I will keep an eye onto the score to make sure that there is no point where I end up getting nastied. Go with the key crushing. Okay, I see. I don't have any fans in this lobby. So let's prepare a little more aggressive positioning, because he has not that much power bound into his units, which means tier 2 is maybe an option for him. So I could prevent that with Scorched Earth if I am aggressive in terms of my position. Yeah, I really need to get out of here. Oh, well, that's bad. I really messed up with my micro here. That is pretty bad, because okay, I don't lose the Scavenger, that's fine, but that was a bad play by me. I'm pretty lucky that I get away without losing too many units here. And yeah, I think that's fine, because I get the trade here, and I get a good eruption off to proceed with the fight. Gonna heal up that Scavenger. Yeah, Frenzy is pretty strong, but I'm fine. So right now I have like 2 units, and I spent 75 additional power. That was a mistake by him. He's behind, and he took a power wall, so I can destroy that one with the Sandra for sure. Like, there was a 75 power difference in terms of power spent. I had 75 additional power spent, but he spent 100 power. There was 100 power into units, so I had like a 25 power advantage, which simply means I'm good to go here. And there's no body block onto the Sandra, so this well is pretty much toast. Like, that is a pretty good advice if you're going for like PvP. And you have like that tier 1 fight. Always take a look at the game score after early fights in tier 1. You can definitely calculate who ended up winning or losing a fight in tier 1. So he pretty much takes the power wall by himself. I could try and rush that again, but I don't want to do that, because I want to scale a little bit with Pure Fire. I do have a solid lead right now, and yeah, there's no way for me to fall behind if I just like stay even in power walls for a while, and then I could go either I could go aggressive, or I could just extend my advantage by picking up more power walls than my opponent. Especially on this map, it's very nice. I will pick up this power wall here because I want to force him to take this one. This is a pretty nasty distance for a fire to attack on. He's trying to go for a fence, but I think on Haladur it's really difficult to do that. But let's see if he's getting something done here. I will go in with my Scavenger, even if he's using the Nox Trooper Overload with a DPS that I can apply. I'm in a good spot. Oh, that is a unfortunate motivate. That's a misclick, definitely. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't change anything for now. This one would have never dropped, but it's still unlucky. Yeah, tier 2 is coming. On his side, it's Shadow Frost. Well, that's even better for me, to be honest, because Pure Fire is very strong in this matchup. Fake Frenzy, nice. He wants to scare me away here. That's a nice move, but yeah. I pretty much want to sacrifice my units here because they are not as effective as the incoming tier 2 stuff, and I'm ahead. So positioning the Scavenger outside of that here in order to make sure that no big nasty surprise kills everything. Dark Elf Assassins are coming. I mean, I can try a Wildfire here, but let's try to apply a little more pressure. Okay, this time he really frenzied, that's good. So we killed the Dark Elves and applied some damage onto the power wall, which is worth about 30 power, so this Wildfire was effective, even though it seemed not that good. And right now these ones are going to run out. He had to spend another Cobble trick here, so he's definitely low on power. I will use the Skyfire Drake in the back line to protect these units here. Yeah, that's a little nasty here. I really need to get out with my stuff. Perfect. Ice Barrier being played, but that's okay for me. Yeah, just baiting out the nasty here. I need to get the enforcers on the other side of that power so nasty doesn't hit them anymore. Same goes for the Sunstress. Okay, there's an Aura of Corruption. I will move out with my stuff here, and freeze was not that good. I will just use a rallying banner here. Yeah, that's fine for me. Okay, let's just chill here. He could nasty here because there are a lot of low units. Yeah, low HP units. Gonna pull them out. These enforcers don't have to die. This Aura of Corruption will run out, so yeah, let's just use the Wildfire. I think there was a Glacier Shield, so I don't need to apply anything else, so Kovalchik was not available for him. Yeah, he's running out on power because he's behind economically. So let me check, there's still two sides of PvP. Is anyone playing ranked? I don't see anyone playing ranked PvP right now, which is unfortunate, but right now we can play some sparrings. Oh, I think he should open up the yeah, spectator map. So there you go. Is he trying to play again? I think he wants to play again. Okay, let's do that again. Okay. Shadow Frost again, I guess. So yeah, maybe I'm going to play something else if he wants to play more than like 1 or 2 matches, because I really think the Pure or Haladur is somewhat broken because the well distance is very close. The choke points are blocking a lot of aggression, so there's a lot of room for me to outplay my opponent. So is he trying to rush that power well? I'm not sure if he is. No, he's not. Okay. I mean, he's taking a more aggressive power over here, but that costs him like what? Like 10 power disadvantage for nothing. Want to split for the nasty surprise first of all. Going to bring more units into the fight here. Yeah, that is a fake nasty. I'm gonna switch targets here for the Dread Charger, because I really want to avoid the big nasty. Yeah, we did it. That's a very big plus for me. I mean, this squad is like damaged, and that power is too greedy. I can like simply take this one. And you're like in a disadvantageous position. You're not taking power balls. Like, you just don't. You'll just lose them. Yeah, now we frenzied everything, we'll retreat, these ones are going to run out, and we're gonna retreat and this power is gone. Like, these ones are not even reaching my power, I think. Like, maybe with like one rotation of attacks, but that's completely fine for me. Like, they can do that. Now there are 2 Sundras. So never take any power worlds without a solid advantage in this matchup. on even terms you can sometimes try it if you have a lot of power, but not when you're behind. Like that's just simply not working. And that nasty was okay, but it's not changing anything. These ones are going to run out, so they are going to die. And we can really continue attacking. The Sandra is going to be alive. He lost all his counter units, so we just play second Sandra. And as well is going to die as well. Yeah, GG. I mean, the idea of taking this aggressive power wall is okay, because he wants to lock me out of the map, which is good against Fire if you get to do it, but it's super difficult. Let me check again if I see people playing ranked PvP. Not yet. So maybe we get like up for like some Stone King. Like let's make some modifications here for that deck. Let me check. So I'm not playing the Ice Shield Tower for now because I think I'm not going to face big face tower spam. Otherwise, you really want some more defensive stuff. I could give it a try. Let's play that deck here if they are doing another match. So it's Ermia. Okay, let's play here. And this guy seems to be playing quite greedy with those powers. Yeah, that really was his big mistake, and that made them lose the game ultimately. This is like one of the, I would say, major mistakes that really make you lose games. Vazai. Well, if I get spammed down with face towers here, I will be in a very bad spot. But let's see what he does. I really hope he's not spamming face towers into this map here. But okay. Let's give it a shot. I think. Wait a second, I am missing ensnaring roots. So we either need to remove the Stone Tempest or the Mountaineer, or the Burrowers, like something out of the siege section. Like I really want ensnaring roots for now. So let me remove the Mountaineer for now, or maybe I'm really not sure if I want to remove the Mountaineer or the Burrower. I think I will remove the Mountaineer, and we may switch later on. So let's bring the ensnaring roots. I really want that. So let's go. I really hope I don't mess up the Ice Guardian thing on this map. I will show you what I mean like when I'm in game. There's this slight spot over that cliff where you can play Ice Guardians with their shield, which is very important. But if you miss that spot, you end up having like a dazed Ice Guardian without that shield, which is completely bad. So let's see. He's trying with the Dread Charger, and I will. Yeah, face tower. Oh boy, that is going to be a little difficult. I think we really need the Ice Guardians. So there you go. Bring in a second Master Archer. I think he should not lose his shield over here. I really want another one here, because otherwise there's no way I could fight a face tower. So he teleported in. I hope it's... Oh, that's bad. That's bad. That is not good. That Ice Barrier was terrible. And he's getting in another face tower. You know what? I don't want that. Let's walk up to tier 2. Yeah, I really want to force that that kind of fighting here. And he's porting in. Okay, we need to fight this, otherwise we'll end up in a very bad situation. If more face towers come in here, it's good micromanagement by him. He's getting a solid advantage. And against the face tower mass, I'm not sure if I can fight this. This is very, very tough. Really. I need to get some better focus fire here. For real. Let's bring in Frostbite. That's the good thing if you like spawn these Ice Guardians very early on into the fight. You can make sure they can refresh their shield during the fight, which is a very important mechanic in order to survive. I really want sort of some timing where I can pick up tier 2. I don't want to extend this phase tower fighting, seriously. But for now I'm pretty much forced to stay here, otherwise he's porting in. I'll repair the Ice Berry because it's cheap, so why not? So if he's waiting for the next phase tower rotation, which is coming in about 30 seconds, so it's not okay. Let's bring in the Master Archers and take that phase tower over the cliff. Because I think it's not that well positioned. Moving out these Master Archers, so that phase tower is gone. That's good. Okay, I will push that now. Let's try. Oh, that was a good focus onto the ice barrier. I really cannot refresh my shields right now, and I really need them. And I also lost the damage buff from the ice barrier, but it's good, it's good. Yeah, we're fine. Okay, there's Dread Charges spam incoming here. That's fine. I will refresh some of these units here. They need to regenerate, and I will try to get that guy here off with the shield. Phase tower. I don't want the phase tower here. So let's force that fight. Refreshing that shield again, very important. Phase tower is up, but I think I'm gonna kill a power wall with that big army over here. Yeah, perfect. Gonna sort of retreat with that Ice Guardian, but that's okay. We're going for that power wall and then we retreat, because I don't want to get greedy. He may nasty that, which is okay. The Ice Barrier is really perfect for that. Blocks a lot of damage. And right now we could, like, I'm not sure if I do want to go more aggressive against that. I will pick up tier 2 here. It's gonna be Nature with Stonkin. So there's a phase tower. He's trying to rush this, which is a wise choice for him. He really wants that. Otherwise he may be in a bad spot. Really need to refresh the shield, because otherwise he's going to switch targets. So let's go for the phase tower. I'm not sure if I want the home soil. I didn't get that. That's okay. We're in a good spot, I think. Using the Storm Singer to pick off. Okay, we didn't get to pick off that Nox, but it's fine. And now we really bring in Crystal Fiend here to sustain against the phase tower. Otherwise, I don't see anything, any purpose of going further aggressive against that. Okay, a Night Guard, which is a very wise choice here for now. He wants to take my Crystal Fiend, but I will make sure that he doesn't get that for free. So this Ice Guardian is just food. I don't want him in that line anymore, because well, you know, Ice Guardian is not that strong in tier 2. Or of Corruption. Okay, let's get out of that area here. The Crystal Fiend is out, which is good. So Rallying Banner. So everyone is playing Bandits here again. Okay, I'm a little surprised. Let's be honest here. The Crystal Fiend will simply get rid of that damage that was inflicted by the aura, and I will kill these Nox Troopers on the side. So let's just wait and see what he does. It is 50 bomb power by the Rallying Banner. I will keep that up. The Night Guard is still there, so I need to keep attention, so I don't lose the crystal feed immediately. But he's playing Bandit, so he's no crowd control, so there's no way I'm giving him that. Like, sure, you can go for the Night Guard again. I will go for that power wall, you know. Lava Field. He still needs to play at least something. Yeah, it's gone. That's what I expected. So I can use the Crystal Fiend to support the Barrows over that wall. And I will use the Spirit Hunters to get rid of the Dark Elf Assassins. I need to keep distance so they don't activate the ability aggressively. Okay, that's game. Aren't aggressors used for PvP? Then again, they are quite expensive. Yes, you can use aggressors for PvP, definitely. Like, this deck is using Lightblade as a major L counter. And I do have Lyrish Knight in order to support them with damage as well. They are pretty good because they cannot get knocked back by stuff like the Stone Tempest or Mountaineer, which is very useful. But against some L units, Aggressor is a little better, because I think he's very strong against air units like War Eagle, and he's also quite decent against Ashbones or tier 3 units in general. I think aggressors are strong, but depends on what units you face. But as I said earlier in the stream, there are like 30 cards or something that Stonkin can use. Like just let's go to the tier 2. I'm not even having every card here. You could use Defenders, they are very strong with the Crystal Fiend. You can use the Icefang Raptor, a very strong S counter if you have problems with Dark Elf Assassins. Sky Elf Trampler, super strong against Pure Fire because you can get air control. Mountaineer is strong, you can use him. Well, Cold Snap, you don't want to use that. Ghost Spears are a little viable. Razor Shard, very strong, for instance. Like the Stone Tempest. Anyways, Aggressor, you can use that card. Okay, I think they want me to play here. What else? Like, I think, yeah, there's like tier 3, you know, you can use so many cards in tier 3 as well. It's just the tier 2 stage, so yeah, I think there are like so many cards in Stonkin that are potentially viable, but you need to choose like 20 of them. Okay, Lajesh. I think that's a very strong map for Fost. I think the map is good for me because I have very close well distances, which means I don't get abused by swift spam or something like that. That could happen on maps like Haladur. So let me check what he's starting with, like Fire tier 1. Okay, so I still can get blocked out of the map by an aggressive start with Mortar Tower. So that's the thing I need to be aware of. So let's see what he does. So there's a power wall in the first place. I'm gonna wait a little and see what he does. I don't want to be too aggressive, so I will pick up the safe power wall. Always pick up that power wall first, because this one is first of all too close to the wall and less safe. It's definitely picking up this power wall as well. Oh no, it's tier 2. So let's check what he plays. If it's Fire Nature, okay, I'm not playing tier 1 against Borrower Spam. You're not going to defend that, definitely not. But with Storm Singers, my chances are a lot better. The Sky Elf Templar would be a good addition in this matchup because it also grants me the air priority, and Aggressor would be also a decent choice against Skyfire Drakes. But let's see how we are going to perform with this deck. So let's bring up a Storm Singer. In the first place, I don't want to use any other card first of all, because I'm not sure what units he's going to use. A Storm Singer is always effective. As you can see, like he played an air unit, my Storm Singer can use Gravity Surge and can attack air in general, which is good for me. So I want to have that aggressive Spirit Hunter here. Okay, he's using the Ghost Spears, which is smart as units are are quite nice if you have like one in the mix here. I really need to make a good unit split because Curse of Oink is very potent against my units if I get hit by one. Like if all 4 units get hit. Hello High Tech, I missed you when I was searching for ranked games. Let's see what he does. First of all, there's not a lot happening. So a Skype Fiend, it's interesting. You can use the Stone Shards in the mix here, which is quite nice. Like at some point I could also add the Crystal Fiend and face his army. Let's see what he does. Can we... Oh, we don't get that attack off. That would be nice to scare him away here in the first place. I really don't want to walk through that choke point, so I'm pretty much, yeah, fixed to this position. If I walk up here, I would like simply get oinked. So Scythe Fiends are walking up again. I'm sorry for this standoff here. I could try Tempest, but I'm not sure if I really want that. Let's walk up, otherwise he will get like power for tier 3 or something. But let's see. Yeah, that's perfect. He needs to Ravage now, otherwise the Skyfire is dead. So, yeah, it's dead anyways. Frostbite is quite powerful, as you can see. And now we can definitely push forward. The major damage source is gone for now. We're gonna use the Oink onto the main damage source. This one is pretty much starting to get off heals in the meantime. We need to make sure that we switch targets with the Spirit Hunters after they get out of their Oink. But we really have a good amount of units here. So that Ravage is fine for me. Because right now I can focus the Skyfire Drake. He has no Ravage left, which is perfect for my position here. I really need to get a better split off, yeah, that's why. Lost 1000 elo again because of a load screen bug. Oh, that is really bad. I'm glad I didn't have any problems with that yet. Like if I had a load screen bug, it always ended up being fine because I didn't lose any elo or didn't get a loss for that. So yeah, maybe I was lucky with that. I don't know. Oh, my unit split was that bad? Okay, that's fine. We're gonna use the counter crowd control here. We could bring another Storm Singer, but maybe not. I really need to get my Crystal Fiend here in position. I think he's trying to position his Drake over the cliff, but I'm not going to allow this for free. Okay, that's not dying. That's perfect. Yeah, he's still having that. So we're moving out of that unpleasant position. Yeah, he's trying to get rid of the Crystal Fiend. That's okay for me for now. Yeah, that's fine. Lava fields. This well is gone anyway, so I don't need to play any hard support for that. I can pick up a Paul by myself to establish control here. Then we pick up another healer again, and then we can push. Crystal Fiend need to split if he goes for Lava Field or something. Oh, he taps out. Well, that worked. That worked out. GG. I mean, that's the problem when you end up playing Fire Nature with an instant tier 2. You are pretty much stuck against the high stat cost efficiency of the Stone King units, and if you have like no force to pretty much make sure that I have to use like crowd control, protects and all that stuff to stay alive, I can really outtrade Fire Nature by building up an army with the Crystal Fiend in the background. It's very effective in this matchup. if you get into this early tier 2 scenario. I really think I could pick up Mountaineer over Barrow because I really don't use that guy here too often in the matchup. If I go for the big build up, oh boy, this map is terrible for Frosty 1, but I'm not sure if anyone wants to play. Well, let's give it a try. Well, on Uro there's this big problem that people can pretty much prevent you from getting to your first power wall, because the distance between power walls is so big, and this means you have to pretty much go into a dazed fight, and Frost usually is not that strong in dazed fights, as you want the Ice Guardian in order to fight the M units. Like spam Master Archers, there's going to be a Dread Charger spam or a Scavenger spam wiping the floor with you. Yeah, like you're fine when playing against Nature or Frosty 1, because then you can spam Frost Mages, obviously. But against Fire and Frost, Fire against Shadow, it is a little more difficult. We had like some sparing matches where we tried like Frost Mage spam against Fire T1, but I haven't really played a sufficient amount of games in order to say that it's viable or something, so I really need to get up a little more testing with that. We had games where it worked out, we had games where it was like terrible, and I think for now we have a problem because this game is not starting. So let's just wait for 10 seconds or something, and then I'm gonna pause the stream for a second and relog. Yeah, let's do this. I don't think this game is going to start, so I'm gonna pause it for a second. I'll be right back. There we go. Let's continue. That lobby ended up crashing. So let's see. Did they already? No, they didn't reopen the lobby. At least everyone is offline, so they probably realized that the lobby is not working. Let's see. I could just spend some time thinking about changing my deck. Maybe what could we add? Let's take a look. Could play defenders if I go for the Stonekin army, if you wanted to call it like that. Or I could pick some tier 3 cards and delete this big stuff over here. I'm not sure. I could also upgrade Wintertide and use that in order to cheese, and the same goes for Glyph of Frost. I think Glyph of Frost is pretty underplayed right now. Like nobody even uses that card, even though it's not that bad. It really can win you some games if you like the big army of Master Archers, like 10 units, even more. Then you can definitely fight against Dread Chargers spam or Scavengers by freezing them with the Glyph of Frost and focusing out the ones that are not frozen, or at least zoning them off in order to get a very good trade. Frostbite. Huh. Okay, let's go again for the Uru. Oh, let me check. I always want to have a deck picture that is not telling my opponents everything about my deck or any importance component. Like if I have like a Frostbite, he's knowing I'm playing a Frost Splash, but it still could be like Shadow tier 1 or a Fire tier 1 or something like that. So I always keep this deck picture of like a Frostbite or a Curse of Oink. Just use some cards that first of all don't tell what tier 1 I'm using, and also I'm using a card that is used in multiple decks. But that's just a minor thing. For now, for these sparring games, it doesn't really matter. But in a tournament, if like my opponent has like a Harvester, well, I know he's going to play Pure Shadow. So we're playing against nothing. I want to wait for the first spawn. Scavenger. Yeah, well, that's the strategic early game. Let me see what he's trying to do. Is he going for the center position? Probably locking me off the map here. He's definitely contesting that. Second Scavenger. But I think I'm fast enough to pick up his power wall here, which is okay. So let's bring out the Ice Guardians. I really spawned at my power limit, so I hope he's not going for my main base right now, but that should be fine for now. Getting off a good trade here. Yeah, I'm using the Master Archers first of all in order to get damage off on the Scavengers as well, so I get off a good focus fire. Usually you want, in the later stages, you want the Master Archers go for the Sunstriders, simply because of the S bonus damage, which is very, very valuable. I'm using the Frostbite here in order to kill these Sunstriders. Frostbite is quite good, as you can see. Right now I have a very good unit positioning, because he cannot play a Mortar if I have like units on both sides. So Sundra being played, but I do have a Light Blade. That is unfortunate for him, because the Sundra is going to die. Oh, there's a mine. Whoa, I didn't expect that one, but it's fine. I guess it's a zoning tool here, nothing else. It's not changing anything. I will make sure that I use the let's bring Frostbite. I will use the Ice Guardian here to walk to the side here, so we can apply pressure to this side of the map, and we will chase him up here, so he's not taking any power walls. But yeah, maybe it's enough. He's taking a power wall, you can still attack, but if you walk up to this corner here, you could maybe walk down to my power wall with a swift advantage, so well, let's stay here. He's respawning stuff, so let's bring up an ice barrier so we can prepare a potential fight on this ground. Having Ice Guardians in the mix is very important, and I really want that position here. I mean, I do have the power wall advantage, so there's the tier 2. It's a wise choice, because I do have a lot of bound power into tier 1 units. But Frost tier 1 units are not that weak in terms of stat cost efficiency, so that's not that bad. I can use the Ice Barrier to heal my units, so I don't want to destroy it yet, but once my orb is being done, I will try to regain my void power here. Also, I want the nature orb in order to make sure that I can use crowd control, so he stops running around me with Borovos or something like that. I really want to get control over this space here, and now we're fine. So the ice barrier here did its job, so it can rest in peace. I want to refresh the Ice Guardian shield here. Okay, there's the Skyfire Drake. It's fine. Another shield refresh for now. Yeah, let's... Well, do I get off the ability? I don't. Okay. I mean, we can wait. I do have an additional power well, so I'm simply winning by scaling here. Bringing up another Storm Singer here in order to make sure that we can deal a little with these Guide Fiends. And yeah, that is going quite well so far. Pretty good position. So remove a card in that harvester so you can throw people off. That would be something for the deck building in order to cheese opponents. I mean, why not? You could do that. I'm gonna use the crowd control over here onto the Skyfire in order to keep it out of the fight. Right now, I'm not sure if I want the Ice Barrier. I think I don't, because the Ice Guardians, I think they can die, it's fine. The Ravage is gone, so there's no support left. Gonna remove everything here, and now it's just the Skyfire Drake being left. So there's no spawn presence in order to do anything, and right now we're still here with an additional power well. So I think this paid off like big time already, so we can start thinking about attacking again. Yeah, let's bring Crystal Fiend into play. So let's go. I want a better unit split, to be honest, and no, I don't want to walk into that mine. Oh, they're not out of days yet. Yeah, that was terrible, but okay. Okay, so using... Oh, let's use the gravity and activate the mine, because it's 30 seconds duration is really annoying. So we can make sure that these guys over here are a little safe. Yeah, well, let's walk up here and bring up another ice barrier so we can push forward. I really need to make sure this Crystal Fiend stays safe. Let's use the Light Blade for the taunt. Can we like save the Ice Guardian? I think we can. So right now this guy here dies. I really want the refresh for the Ice Guardian, but this may take a while, but okay. What? Crystal Fiend, yeah, it's super strong once you get the build-up mechanic. I didn't lose 1000 elo high tech. I'm not sure what you mean. Like I just played again for for like some matches to regain my activity. So I think this is the end of that lobby here. Let me see. Or not. Okay, they're still playing. Oh, I see that's what you meant. Okay. Yeah, the key spam is to go. Yeah, I'm agreeing here. I'm pretty sure that this load screen bug didn't change anything of the result here, so I think everything went fine here. So Frost is love. So let's see, do we play? So there's an oink. Are we playing a frost mirror here? Let's go for it. Let's go for the frost mirror. Mage spam is always fun. Spoiler alert, it's not. Well, let's see. So is he playing Frost? He's destroying. Yeah, he's playing Frost. Okay. Let's go for the Frost Mage. So the only thing that he can do when he's like not playing the Frost Mage in order to prevent me from attacking is the Ice Shield Tower. But let's see what he does. I think if this is a Stonekin Mirror and he's using the Crystal Feet as well, this matchup could get a little weird, to be honest. What? Master Archers? Are you crazy? Like, you can use Wintertide, but that's not working. Like, the Frost Mage stat cost efficiency is simply higher due to the S-counter bonus damage. Especially when the Master Archers are getting split off a little. So that guy is already dead. And there you go. I can just walk up to this area here and force an Ice Shield Tower. If you place one, we can take a Power Wallet in the center. He's going for more Master Archers. I'm going for another Frostbite. Like, if I'm the person chasing, I'm always at an advantage with the Frost, because you can always Frostbite one unit and force a fight, and with Master Archers you simply don't want to fight that early on. I mean, you can hide here, it's not working. I can just go for the main base and force at least something. Well, let's see, I'm at 460 in terms of score, he's at 400. Yeah, it's always a little bit boring because you have like such a low power income and you need to wait for like 10 or 11 mages in order to make them really effective with their burst rotations, and during that time I simply do have to wait. Right now he's pretty far away from me, so I may get off a rotation here. Let's see. Okay, he's using Ice Guardians. That's fine. And yeah, there we go. There's the Wintertide. We'll walk out of the range and fight the Ice Guardians here. I'm not using the Home Cell for now. I think the Ice Guardian should die from the splash anyways. I think right now we're picking up another Ice Berry here in order to heal up our units, and then we can like go for the main base. I think we want to walk up a little more aggressively because I don't want him to pick up the wall too early on. Not sure if he's trying to base trade or something. So we got the Glacier Shell. It's perfect. We can force another fight. That's fine. Okay, he's going to 42. So let's head for the base. I'm not losing any time here again. Yeah, there's the tier 2. He's trying to sacrifice his army in order to make sure that he can maintain with that idea. I mean, it's not a bad idea, but it's too late. He's losing this power. And the orb is gone as well, so that's game. Right now he just has tier 1 nature spells. Mages are way too effective against Master Archers. Even with Wintertide it's just not working. Because I can pick up the position where I fight. And there we go. So do I really have to kill this orb again? Frost units are so slow. So we're waiting for another lobby. So any invitation? Don't see anything yet. Oh, it's Teka playing ranked, so there are some ranked duels going on. So the lobby is open again. So we can play another match. Like on this map, usually I do want the Barrovers on this map because the distance here from these outer wells is very high, so attacking ends up being pretty painful without any swift units in the mix. But I'm changing anything for now. Let's just keep it the same way. So it's fire. Okay, probably pure fire. At least that's his main deck. From what I've seen in ranked games. In this case, you don't need the Barrovers anyways because they are enforcers, and yeah, unless I'm ahead, I'm not really making good use of the Barrovers. And against pure fire, I usually want the Stone Shards to attack, and maybe in addition of the Sky of Templar in order to negate the Skyfire Drake if it's needed. But yeah. Oh yeah, my Discord sound is quite irritating. I will make sure that I will close that one. Maybe after the match or something. It's like a little annoying, I know. Didn't expect to get that many messages. Okay. Oh, I'm really outmatched in terms of deck level. 120 against 109. I really need a lot of charges into cards like Mountaineer, Crystal Fiend and all that stuff, but yeah. Some cards are too expensive, some are not really necessary, so I'm fine. Wait, I got a message. Oh wow, I got 1 Battleforge point. I'm rich now. Thank you so much. That will change everything. Now I can buy like 3 Mountaineers. Okay. So now we can start. So we're playing against Fire T1 on this map, which is okay. I just need to make sure that I don't get locked out of my tier 2 position. This is something that can happen on this map when you play Frost T1. So I really want to create some pressure onto this area. So he's already taking path of maybe getting this power well over here. I could pick up a power well by myself at this spot, but this would allow swift spam, so it's pretty much a gamble if you want to take this power well here in order to stay safe, or this one to get control over the monument in order to not get locked out. So I will take this power well for now in order to defend my potential tier 2 spot. Otherwise, like well mortar or something could be very annoying. There's also this wall over here blocking off anything in terms of aggression, so yeah, he's using that one. Okay. As he has no supply, I will use the light blade in order to pick up this early advantage. Now let's see what happens. Maybe he's going to pick up tier 2 for himself. I'm not sure. But as we have like a slight advantage for now, we could pick up a power by ourselves if he does, so for now we'll keep the current position, which is not too bad. Like he has like 2 Sunstriders, so we can spam Master Archers for now, which is very good. So yeah, second Scavenger, there it goes. We want to heal up the Light Blade over here in order to make sure that we can use that in our fights again. And once we have like 8 Master Archers or something, I can try to engage into the Scavenger because the HP pool is pretty low, and if he has just 2 or 3, I can focus them out and still win the fight. I think there's another Scavenger over here, yeah. No, there was no irony high tech. That 1 Battleforge point will change everything for me. I'm serious about that. So he's moving up here. I have like 16. Okay, Mortar Tower. That's fine. We can pick up wells right now. We cannot attack against the Mortar Tower. Like Frost is a little slow early on, so I'm not really in a position to play that aggressively right now. Let me check how many units does he have. Like 5 units into Mortar Tower. I do have like 6 units, so we pretty much have the same amount of bound power. But since he cannot translate anything of this into attacks, I can try to keep up in power wells and yeah, pretty much open up new places to attack. And now we will go for that power well over here. I don't want to go for the full 6 extra wells, because this would be really bad in terms of scaling. If you see that I don't have any tier 3, that would be really bad. So he's trying to fight me over here, which is fine for now. Let's turn onto that one here. Yeah, that eruption was not optimal. Like usually if you're playing against Frost, you don't want to erupt too much. Maybe get off like on Frostbite in order to get off this single scavenger here. Oh, that mortar is controlling the space. I want to kill up that Master Archer because he's low. And yeah. Now we want to go for this power well because the mortar is over here. There's tier 2 coming to defend that, but I still want to go for the power well. How many time do I have left? I think I have to ignore the units and go for the clear well focus. Like, yeah, that's good. If he plays fire spells into this, it gives him less power for white fire and tier 2 stuff like lava field or something. So I'm pretty sure that I'm going to drop this power well, especially with the eruptions here. Like his tier 2 is done, but he has no power to use the spells. So we're going to attack again to make sure that he cannot start any powerful counter attacks or something and pick up tier 2 in the background in the meantime. I'm not picking up any units or something, but yeah, another white fire being played. It will kill my entire army, but that's fine. Gonna kill that Master Archer here. Don't want that. Create some zoning. Not sure if we can get the mortar. I don't think we can. No. Okay, that's fine. Because he had to destroy his mortar over here in order to regain the power. And yeah, we can attack that spot pretty well. Picked up another power wall. It's okay. I just need to make sure that I have like first of all, I don't want too many ground units, otherwise the area of effect damage will be too good at some point, but right now I'm like at 4 units, and if I split them well, I should be fine. Using the Ensnaring Roots here in order to make sure that both enforcers are locked up. This enforcer is attacking, okay, that's fine for now. We can use the Crystal Fiend to get some additional stuff into the mix. Yeah. Bring in a Surge of Light for now, and an Ensnaring Roots in order to make sure that our positioning is good again. Let me check. What does it, this Enforcer? There we go. Just defend it. Okay. I think, yeah, okay, this one dies, but it's fine because we really get that first power well kill off, and that is the most important part for me for now. So there's a Fire Dancer. We're getting rid of that with the Storm Singer. Yeah. We don't want to lose our monument here. So let's bring up another protection spell. I'll remove the Crystal Fiend. I don't need it anymore in this situation. So let's remove. Oh wait, you need to go up here. Yeah, we get this orb. This one's gone. Yeah, there you go. Going for the tier 1, I think, is the best choice. GG. Okay, nice. Whoops. Not sure why this happened. So let's just check for now. Okay. So let's wait for the next lobby. There we go, Elion. Oh, let me check something. I'll be right back. One second. Okay, there we go. I think that should be better. Do I play Stonekin again? I think I'm a little tired of playing that deck. Let me play something else for now. I can go for this classic Fire Nature here. Do we go for that? We can, I think. Let's give it a shot. So it's a match against Frosty One. Maybe he's trying the Frost Mage spam against me right now. That would be interesting to see that, because I really want to get some data onto that in order to see if it's viable or not. Let me see what he's going to use. We're going to destroy the wall. I think destroying the wall with frost is usually not optimal, because I could simply walk up to this wall and force him to spawn stuff, and otherwise I could take it, which is a little bad for him. But oh, let's not go for any wall action now. So he's using Master Archers for now. Okay, interesting. So is it going to be the Wintertide thing again? I am pretty sure it's not working against the Scavenger, because it's not having any stomp ability right now. He's trying to hide in the corner, but that is pretty much leaving him alone. Yeah, that is interesting. Frostbite. I would say that was like some wasted power, but it's fine. Like Frostbite is not very powerful, not very expensive, I meant. So yeah. Okay, let's try to run around here. I'm going to be faster than you. There's the Wintertide, as expected. I mean, the Wintertide is not needing that much preparation time, so it's good for him. But compared to the home soil, but Scavengers are way too strong. This is not going to work out, even though he's like the focus onto the Dazed one. I'm not stopping that because I want the full DPS of my Scavengers here. As you can see, I don't need to micro anything here. Like, I could play without any hands here and win this fight. Master Archers are not strong enough to win this. I mean, you could go for tier 2 right now. I have a lot of bound power into units, but yeah. Okay, he's taking a power wall. You can take up a mortar and siege this up if you want to. I will force out Ice Guardians here for now. Just that should be fine for me. Let's try to pressure a little. We didn't get a pick off, but that's fine. We really need to be careful with our unit positioning because Master Archers are very strong against Sunstriders, while Ice Guardians are very strong against Scavengers, so it's all about my unit positioning to pick off effective traits. As you can see, like once the Ice Guardians reach the Scavengers, it's really nasty for me. But yeah. As long as I keep distance, I'm fine when fighting him. If you can draw the Ice Guardians away from the power wall, you're in an even better spot. I try to focus that Ice Guardian here and then go into the Master Archer army again. I could also try to start bringing some Fire Sworns in the mix if I want to. But right now I think I should be fine with this composition. I'm sure if I want an eruption. Well, let's go for the Fire Sworn now. I really want the protection against the Master Archers. As I have like some low HP Sunstriders over here. Yeah, let's just go for that now. Yeah, going for the knockback once, that should be fine. Pull back a little. And now the Scavengers are back to provide protection. That's perfect. That's the end of the game. I mean, his unit distribution over here was pretty good, like using the Ice Guardians to zone off my Scavengers and trying to pick off Sunstriders. That was nice, but the early fight with the Master Archers against the Scavengers simply didn't work out. Okay, let's destroy this Ice Barrier. I think that's the challenge here. Did he hit this Fire Sworn? No, he didn't. I think it should be pretty hard to do that. Oh, my Fire Sworn! No! This mortar is poorly placed. It's not reaching the monument. So yeah, good game. Well, I think Frosty One still has a very bad time on Elion, because you cannot contest for the middle, which is pretty much essential to get any map control on this map, and yeah, you're really out of that middle if you're playing against fire, if you're playing against shadow, because you cannot contest due to the map structure. And that's giving you a disadvantage for the late game, especially. Like having these strategic disadvantages is very bad, because your opponent can simply lay back, play a little more defensive with like a mortar or something and scale up, and you cannot do anything against it. Usually you don't even get a tier 3 spot, which is bad. So yeah, let's get P-Pack again. So okay, he's playing Frost again. I mean, we can stay with Fire Nature. And like Kaladu is actually even worse than Elion, I think, for Frost 2-1. Because right here you can get Swift spammed because the distance between your main base and the center is just so high. And there's also the possibility of taking an aggressive well with a mortar tower in order to lock you out of the map. So, like there's like two things that I could do. Like I could either like just walk up to this power well and contest this here. If he takes this power well, I can simply pick it up, build up a mortar, and then he's locked out. Like there's no way he can do anything. And then I have like the entire center for me, which is the clear scaling advantage. Or I could, if he like plays a little greedy and picks up a second power well or something, I could just spam scavengers, run between his army, run away from his ice guardians, and yeah, fight him like that. So there are 2 ice guardians, so I'm not going to fight that. 2 ice guardians are quite powerful, but well, you know, I'm not going to swift spam that now. Let's just try to play a little more reserved here. I don't want to entirely abuse the map advantage here. So right now the ice guard has lost some HP here, but that's fine. That's fine for him. Yeah, he has to use like 50 additional power, which is like one unit loss already, but it's fine because he has the ice guard. He's protecting his master archers in this position. Like I could run around here and attack him at this spot. This would be so bad for him. But yeah, I want to see how this plays out if I stay in the center. Because I think I can still win this position here as well by using Fire Swarms, because he's not using Frost Mage and he's trying to rely on Ice Guardians. But yeah. So right now he's at 400 in terms of scores, so he's a 120 power right now. If he goes for a monument, I could double erupt. So I'm still waiting for him to do something. Is he AFK? And this is a kill for this orb. He didn't destroy it. I think he didn't see that coming. So yeah, frostbite. Okay, we've got to engage. I want to use the eruption because this time it is valuable because I get the shield duration reduced from the ice guardians here. And yeah, he's refreshing, but that's fine. Like, you really need to be careful, you need to watch out. If he destroys this orb on its own, you don't want to go for the second eruption, otherwise you lose this trade, but I destroyed this orb, so this was a clear win for me. I could go for the same thing if he does it again. Yeah, that is another 100 power. I'm not sure. Maybe he's too slow in terms of reacting to that. This one is full HP, so I'm not sure why it's not up there. It needs to protect. That I shouldn't send these guys down here. Now I needed the eruption in order to protect the Fire Swarm. That was bad micro by me. I should have kept the full HP scavengers in the fight here. Just these two need to regenerate at the power wall. So right now I'm at a very big advantage, so I can still pick up a power wall over here. Because right now I'm simply fine fighting him, even though he has like the better stat cost units with the Ice Guardian. I do have much more power, so yeah, that's fine. Like as I said, if you like want to bait out something like this, like I mean it's very obvious if he goes to 2 that I would like to try something like a double eruption or something, you can immediately destroy this orb and try to bait out the second eruption. That is something that I've did in the past and it works out pretty well. So interesting. And also if you're like in tier 1 and you want to avoid these things, just take a look at the power score by on the top, because you can tell how much power your opponent has by simply calculating the amount of power that you spend, and then you just look at the score difference and look at what your enemy spent into units. Because there was no big fighting, you can pretty much tell by like 100% how much power your opponent has, and if it's like 150 and it's not using it into units, you can sort of predict what's going to happen. So I think I will go for like one last game, and then I will end the stream. So we like some Pure Fire, some Stonekin, some Fire Nature today. I sort of want to make sure that we have like all decks presented if I end up uploading this match on my YouTube channel in the end, because I think like I had some requests of playing something else than the decks that I've played there. During the last stream I played Shadow Nature, I think, and before that we had like Bandits and Pure Nature, so I'm not sure what's missing right now. Maybe Pure Shadow or something? I'm not sure. Well, maybe I'm going to do something like this in the next stream or something. I'll finish this with the last Fire Nature game. I think everything else is like not that optimal. So I think we're playing a Fire Nature Mirror right now, which is a very interesting matchup from my perspective. Quite fun to play. That said, I didn't play this matchup that often in the past. Like I'm not really remembering any match where I like had Fire Nature against Fire Nature in the last year or something. I always played against Shadow Frost or Pure Fire when playing Fire Nature. At least that's what it felt like. But yeah. So I'm taking this path on this matchup. If you play against Pure Fire, you can try to play aggressive and sort of go for this center position here to block early power wells, because Pure Fire outscales Fire Nature. It's one of the few decks that really scales better with power than this deck. So I don't want to give up the safe spot for early power wells. Okay, there we go. This is going to lead to dazed fight here. So we're spawning units early, so they are not going to be dazed once we're heading into the fight. I'm pretty sure that's okay. He's playing standard units here. Yeah. Okay, I'm pretty sure that we're going to fight right here. Okay, he's using thugs. This means I need to play a little more passive. I cannot completely push into him because I need some DPS on the board in order to remove them effectively. If he goes for second squad, I could play a second scavenger, which is very effective in this scenario. I think I can go for a second scavenger now if I want to, because I'm in a very safe spot right now. So let's make sure that we have like units on the board. So he's picking up a second scavenger by himself. I will use Sunstriders, and right now I will keep my power in order to make sure that I could use potential eruptions or something. Let's remove these guys here a little. Yeah, that's the eruption. That was okay, but not optimal, I think. We're fine for now. The scavenger here is getting picked. I really need to provide a little more protection here to get something off that. I think these thugs are still dazed, right? So I can kill them? Yeah, we can kill them with an eruption, which is winning us the fight here. So I just don't want to get erupted or anything, but yeah, the Sunstrider squad is doomed, I think. Yeah, the Dazed squad is simply not having any ability of We're using this to get here too, I think. Because he's not in the position to respond to this. I want him to attack the scavenger here. It is okay if it dies. I do have a good tempo advantage here in order to attack him. He's probably picking up tier 2 by himself over here, but I can start using the Barrovus here to make sure that we get that early kill onto the power well. Wait, did I send it onto the power well? I think now I did. And we're gonna send off another Barrover here. Yeah, that's a good idea of sending this to split attack, but not sure if it's going to be enough. Yeah, let's just remove these Sunstriders from that position. I will use some Twilight Brute here in order to make sure that we get that power wall for sure. So I used Ghost Spears over here, which is good. Right now we're still in a good spot. The Hurricane is preventing him from repairing this power wall, which is fine. I'm gonna use another Hurricane once I do have enough power. Check, there we go. I will keep this guy here. If he has a lava field, that would clear out everything, but right now, yeah, that's good, we're fine. This guy is dead. The Mauler needs to be repositioned. So right now we use the tier 1 win in order to get a tempo lead in order to kill that power well, which is nice. Okay. Just rebuilding that power wall, I can do that as well. Get another power wall in order to stay ahead of the power curve. So he's having like a lot of S units, which is fine for me because I think I have decent counters for that. I'm going to go around with some Barrovers. I think I want a Skyfire Drake in order to support that, but right now I don't have the power to do so. What are we getting for going for the Skyfiends? Yeah, that's the Skyfire. Need to return with my Barrovers. Let's bring in like some crowd control over here. I will stay over here with the Barrovers because I don't want them to get CC'd that early on. Right now I can move upwards with the Skyfiends. Maybe I can draw this guy here over to the side. Okay, he's playing a second Skyfire. That's also an option, I think. Let's see what's going to happen. I just want to keep some attention here with the Barrovers, I think. I could hit that, so maybe you want to do that, because I think this well is going to drop. The other one is not. Yeah, there's an Ensnaring Roots being used, which means there's no way of intercepting me here. I don't need any crowd control, I think. This one is over 300, so an eruption wouldn't stop this. So I'm not using any additional power to kill this power well in order to be more power effective with that move. So right now we're bringing some Ghost Spears as well in order to clear out the Ghost Spears, you know, and the Skyfire Drake, because right now he has killed 2 Barrovers with an Ensnaring Roots, which is giving him some tempo advantage, so he may try to attack me right now, which would be good timing. I'm going to switch for the S counter mode while moving upwards to clear out this Barrover. I'm going to use this Ensnaring Roots here. To make sure this one is cleared. You can use the Oink onto the Skyfire. That was pretty good because right now we can clear this, but I can move out, that's fine. Now he needs to erupt. Oink plus eruption is not effective as a counter, and I think, yeah, he used that double eruption, which is also not effective, but it's pretty much ruining this attack because he cannot respawn a dazed Skyfire Drake here, which is good. Okay, I think that was a good move by him to keep out this Barrover out of the range. My route was terrible, to be honest, but it's still okay. I caught the Barrover. That's more luck than skill here right now. But yeah, it's fine. Need to move out of like the range. I don't can leave both units here, otherwise I get CC'd here. Oh, there's a mine. What? Need to walk out of that, but no, I will move with my Skyfire Drake in order to support the attack. I think it's more important than the potential attack of like ghost spears onto my well. Sky Fiends are swift, they will rejoin pretty quickly. Good idea of keeping me zoned off with that route, but I'm in a strong position. And Chain CC is not that effective. These ones will be out of the crowd control pretty soon, so I can fight back right now. Sky Fiends are close. There's the Gladiatrix. So let's see what he does. I think he wants to combo with Eruption. I'm gonna oink this one before it happens. If he erupts, I can still go for something like... okay. Skyfire Drake. That is an effective trade for me. Because he oinked, so he had like 150 power and I had like 150 power used. Like I think he even used 155, so yeah, perfect trade. And this is the end of the game, and this is also the last game of my stream. So thanks for watching, and yeah, see you soon. Goodbye.